everyone, my name is Thiên An. Welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you one of case studies in my e-commerce course. It is about the Pinterest. Picture is worth 1,000 words. This presentation lasts only 14 minutes, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave your comment below. At the beginning, I will ask you a question. Have you even heard about Pinterest? If you don't know about this platform, okay, don't worry. In this video, I will give you a particular information about it. I would like to divide my presentation into 3 parts. Firstly, I will introduce Pinterest to you. After that, I will give you a summary of the case study. And finally, I will answer 3 questions in this case. Let's start. The first part is an introduction to Pinterest. Like other successful e-commerce companies, Pinterest applies a simple trust, which is that people love to collect things and show off their collections to others. That's the reason why 3 people named Ben Silbermann, Evan Sharp, and Paul Sierra founded Pinterest in 2009 and launched it in March 2010. So, what is Pinterest? Pinterest describes itself as a virtual search tool for discovering and saving creative ideas, which lack in pursuit or sharing with friends. How does it serve? Pinterest allows people to create virtual scrapbooks of images, videos, and other content that they save to a virtual bulletin board or pinboard. In addition to saving and perhaps commenting on it, people can repin it to their board or follow a link back to the original sources. Come here, I think you have an overview about Pinterest, such as what is Pinterest what is its missions, and why does it appear. That's right. Jumping into the next part is summarizing about this case study. There are 6 parts covered in the case study. Firstly, I will talk about the Pinterest customers. As of June 2017, Pinterest has over 175 million monthly active members in the world. About 70% of those members are women. However, according to the Pinterest, 40% of new sign-ups are men, so we can conclude that the potential Pinterest customers are men. In addition, according to a survey by the Pew Research Center, the percentage of online adults in the US who use Pinterest has more than doubled since 2012, so it's a large gap between the 2012 and the 2017. According to Case, there are a lot of huge investors for Pinterest, but not surprisingly, these investors began to push Pinterest to begin generating revenue. So how does Pinterest solve this request? According to the case, I showed you 2 methods. They are focused on monetizations and search advertising. In the monetizations, in January 2015, Pinterest rolled out promoted pins to all its US-based partners, and they are now also available to advertisers in the UK, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, and Australia. In May 2015, Pinterest added cinematic pins, made for mobile platform. Cinematic pins display a short animation when the user scrolls down through the ad and only play a full-length version when the user clicks on the ad, providing more users control their experience. Also, Pinterest introduced new ad targeting and pricing options. In the search advertising, Pinterest search differs from other types of search because of it visually and typically happens at the early stage of a person's decision process. Users currently conduct over 2 billion keywords and 250 billion visual searches per month on Pinterest. In July 2016, Pinterest began offering its search inventory to advertisers for the first time, and in February 2017 expanded its paid search platform functionality. In August 2016, it began updated its visual search tools to work on videos and also began rolling out a fully integrated native video player. Next, some experts suggested that Pinterest will become a significant factor in social e-commerce. According to the case, it shows that in 2015, Pinterest launched Buyable Pins, which allows users to directly purchase products by clicking a blue Buy It button within the pin for its iPhone, iPad, Android apps, and in June 2016, also made them available on the desktop. According to the Pinterest, more than 10 million unique items are available for sale from over 25,000 different merchants, both large and small. Pinterest says its data shows that buyer pins are generating a significant percentage of brand new customers for merchants. Besides, Pinterest is significant ahead of other social networks such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. In this slide, I will show you the fact that Pinterest pays more attention to mobile platforms. Pinterest provides apps for iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Phone, as well as a mobile versions of its website using HTML5. Pinterest releases new versions of mobile apps regularly and is readable in all 31 languages in which Pinterest is available. Even according to the co-founder Evan Sharp, he claimed that the smartphone is the platform Pinterest will focus on when it develops new features and products. And why? Why does Pinterest focus on mobile? I will explain it in the third part. Okay, in the next slide, show that Pinterest believes that international expansion will provide it with the greatest growth opportunities. Pinterest introduced its first localized site for the UK in 2013, and it is now available in 31 different languages. Pinterest is aiming to make its platform feel more reasonable, focusing especially on the UK, France, Germany, Japan, and Brazil. In 2017, about 60% of its monthly active users are located outside the US. However, Pinterest has some problems in copyright infringement and spams and scams in e-commerce initiatives. About the copyright infringement problem, I will focus on the third part. And the second problem about spam and scams, Pinterest overcome through improving its technology. For example, Pinterest migrated its website to the HTTPS protocol. Pinterest also employs a system known as Stingray. So I think it is the close of the second part. I will move to the third part, that is questions and answers. First question is why does Pinterest view Google as its primary competitor? In this slide, I show you the comparison between Pinterest and Google to clarify the similarities and difference between them. So you can see that Pinterest and Google have the same objective for helping people search easily and efficiently. Moreover, they have the same opinion to focus on search advertising to get revenue. However, the category in Pinterest are more limited than Google. So that is the barriers for Pinterest. Why Google does not have people create ideas, because people should know about things before they search on the Google. But in Pinterest, if the people don't have any ideas, they can search on it to have the creative opinions, pictures, have them a lot. So I think this is the advantage of Pinterest. Furthermore, Pinterest has more pings for users than Google. So I can conclude that Pinterest and Google have some of the same objective and differences. That's the reason why Google became the primary rival for Pinterest. So move to the second question is about why does Pinterest focus on the smartphone platform when it develops new features and products? I listed some points in the case to have me answer this question. So you can see that Pinterest Mobile runs inside the smartphone's browsers rather than as a standalone program. Mobile has been a huge success for Pinterest, with 80% of its traffic come from mobile devices in 2017. Pinterest is in mobile, allowing the users scroll down through the ad and only play a full-length versions when the user click on the ad, providing more user controls their experience. That's the reason why people like using Pinterest on the mobile platform. Most people use smartphones instead of desktops nowadays because of its convenience and time savings. So I think this reason is the clarify the why Pinterest choose mobile platform to focus on dramatically. And the last question is why is copyright infringement a potential issue for Pinterest? So the basis of Pinterest business models involves users potential violating others' copyright by posting image without permissions. The site knowingly facilitates such as actions by, for example, providing a ping it tool embedded in the user's browser toolbar. Pinterest automatically adds citations to content coming from certain specified sources. And although Pinterest says it complies with the Digital Millennium Copyright, Christopher Buffoli, a well-known photographer, filed a federal lawsuit against Pinterest in late 2014, alleging that Pinterest users use his photograph without his permission and that Pinterest failed to take measures to remove them. So that is the end of my presentation. This is the link if you want to clear the information from. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.